Hello guys and girls, it's Aaron Lee here, and I'm making a YouTube video called How Should John's Story End? Again, John from the Halo franchise. By Willico. Again, the information in this article was done completely by memory, so it may not be completely accurate. And this article has 90 comments. I will just read the article. It's also, this is from another article from Wikia. This is my second Halo video. I made the one yesterday. It's on iMovie on YouTube on my channel, so you can check it out too. John has been through a lot. With his first mission on an asteroid belt in the Uranus system, and ending so far with the battle against the Diact. Summing up all the battles he has been in, shows that he has been to war countless of times, and always coming out on top, sometimes at the cost of a loved one. His most famous battles were, of course, against the Covenant, as depicted during the Halo trilogy, a number of books, and the movies Halo Legends and Halo 4 FUD. Never heard of Halo 4 FUD. Ford Autonomy. Yeah, I've seen it. I guess that's how they spell it, F-U-D. That's new to me, but I've seen it. My personal favorite battle of him was during Operation First Strike, where he really shows how good of a leader he is and how quick he thinks on his feet. I won't go into further detail, but you should really read Halo First Strike. But anyone who has really played the Halo games knows one fact. John, as far as the UNSC knows, is the only active Spartan-II left. This means that he loses his equals and really suffers. During one of the end cutscenes of Halo 4, John has a brief conversation with Lasky on the observation deck of the Infinity, having just lost his last link to the Spartans, Cortana. In his mind, he is now utterly alone. During that conversation, it became clear that his lonely soldier felt that soldiers and people were two different things, and Lasky informed him that they were not. It is my belief, and we'll only have to wait for this, that this simply line shook John to the core. Having been raised in such a weird and tough environment, he turned into the thing he was designed for, more machine than human. He recalled what Cortana had asked him earlier about who out of the duel was the real machine, and finally he found himself an answer. It was him. If this has even half the impact I believe it had on him, it will make John rethink the route he wants to follow in the rest of his life. Will he be a machine soldier or a human soldier? If the teaser trailer for Halo Xbox One is supposed to be more figurative than literal, he feels completely lost in the empty desert which his world suddenly became. He wants to show the world that he is more than a machine soldier, and wants to show his humanity. The only way I think he can do that is to take his armor off, show the whole world his human side. But here is also a problem. How can John know what it takes to be human? He has never learned to really love someone. The closest he ever became to others were either his Spartan buddies or Cortana. Neither had any real idea what it took to be human. I suspect that John will now seek guidance from either Thomas Lasky or maybe even Catherine Halsey. The latter seems to me less likely being imprisoned and all, but I wouldn't mind seeing John and Halsey talk like humans. But what can John still do to become human? I think this becoming human thing is going to be the central theme for the upcoming Halo games, and will conclude at the end of the Reclaimer saga, seeing as I still think the Diact is alive. I would love to see John try to reason with him. The Diact is highly intelligent, but was also a highly respected and high-ranking official. If John and the Diact could communicate, sit around the table, table, if you will. The Diact would show himself more than a mindless brute. So how would that go? A conversation between John and the Diact. The Diact hates all humans since he thinks they are flawed and not worthy of the mantle of responsibility, while John would show him that humans are worthy and tries to convince him of this during arguments. threatens to destroy Earth with some kind of weapon, and he flees, leaving John alone. Seeing how humanity is threatened, John will try to stop the Dyack, but tries to do this without killing him. When John finally makes it to the Dyack's new weapon, he desperately tries to convince them not to kill them. The Dyack does not listen and starts up his weapon with the ridicule precisely at Earth. John, still bleeding, goes to the Dyack and throws himself before the weapon, being killed. In the process, John's major sacrifice shows the Dyack that humans are more than the brutes he thought them to be. So this is how I envision John's story to end. Sacrificing himself in order to save an entire planet Earth. You probably have your own theory. Please share this in the comments below. Hold on. Oh. So I just know how many people read this. Please click below. I've read this article. The poll was created at 4:46 on January 27th, 2014, and so far 424 people voted. I guess I'll vote. There you go. I voted. And that is how I think it will end. What is your opinion? This end would fit beautifully. I hope to see this or something similar at the end. As the end is inspired by a show that John survives his Spartan-hood. Categories: blog post, post/news. I guess that's it for the article. There's like 3 pages for comments. I think I'm done here. Well, I hope you guys and girls enjoyed it for your viewing pleasure. Guys and girls. And stay tuned for more, guys and girls. Please rate, comment, like, favorite, subscribe, view, opinions, and thoughts. And drink some hot chocolate. And goodbye, and I'll see you all later. Alright, I gotta go now. See you in my next video. Alright, bye.